Has this ever happened to you? You have a really important project that you got to get done, but it's going to take a ton of filament and you're not sure if you have enough left. Let me show you a way to try and save you a little bit of time instead of doing it the old-fashioned way. So, big project, about 790 grams. Usually I keep a list on my board of how much filament I've kept, but I didn't update it. So how am I going to figure out how much I got left? I got to do it the old-fashioned way, popping the top off and weighing the filament manually. Not a whole lot of fun, and this is something that I'm going to show you how to fix in this video here. So instead of taking it out, weighing it, measuring it, putting it back in there, and writing down how much you have left, way too slow. I'm going to show you an easy way how to do it. So I started out by making this design here. It's going to be available on our website. We're going to have a blog post about it. It's going to be a filament measuring scale, I guess is a good way to call it. And this is the main body here. And here's going to be the sliding scale that's going to go on that vertical portion that you saw. All this is going to be 3D printed. And what it's going to do is allow me to first measure the amount of filament that I have on a fresh spool. From 2,500 grams, I'll measure it down at known increments. And then put that into this spreadsheet, make a formula to give me a determined output every 500 grams at a known value. Draw that up in Fusion 360 to make a scale. And now I'm going to save that scale as a DXF, import it into Cricut. And what I'm going to be doing is engraving this onto a metal blank. So I've got a hardened insert for the Cricut that's going to engrave this metal blank here. So I've printed out a scale, lined it up over it, and we're going to start the cut on the Cricut. And in just about a minute, it'll spit this out here, which is a very precise scale, every 500 grams, based on the spools that I'm using. I got it set at 0 for an empty value, used an empty spool for that. Drill the hole and put in a machine screw to hold it in place. And once that's tightened, this thing is good to go. So you see you've got a sliding scale, and here's how it works. So I want to know how much filament I got in my dry box. Instead of having to take the spool out, I'll just pop the lid off, grab the scale, press it flat against the spool, slide down that middle portion, and read what I got. Looks like we're about halfway between 750 and 1,000. So I'll call it around 900 grams, and we are good to go. And that's how to save 5 minutes as an engineer.